Creating this channel, God, Family, and Guns, has caused a problem that I'm definitely not complaining about, but it's still kind of a problem. You see, in the last 5 or 6 years, I've shot a lot of guns. So many guns, I don't even know how many guns I've shot. Now, the problem in all that is I don't spend very much time training on my everyday carry guns. I don't really have 1 or 2 guns that I've kind of grown some muscle memory to, or that I'm really trained on. Oftentimes I fear if I draw my gun and I am not thinking, which I'm sure I won't be in that moment, I might not know what kind of gun I'm grabbing, whether I have a safety on it, whether it's striker fire, double action first round pull, because I've shot so many guns. Herein lies the problem with the Bullpup. One of the only guns that I do have a little bit of muscle memory on is the AR-15. Like many of you, the AR-15 is my choice of sporting rifle or self-defense rifle. Like many of you, this is a gun we shoot often, and ideally you train on it quite a bit. The problem with Bullpups is they completely throw whatever it is you got going on with that muscle memory on the AR-15 completely off. Now, the very first time I shot a Bullpup was the IWI Tavor. I borrowed it from a friend of mine who is a former Marine. He loved the rifle like I did. Problem that he had was he had established so much muscle memory on the M4 and the M16 that he really didn't like the IWI Tavor. For many years, he was always trying to sell it or trade it off. I think he still has it, but he's definitely moved on to AR-15s because of that reason. I recently picked up my very first Bullpup that I owned. I've shot several, but this is the first one I've owned. It was one of the semi-automatic shotguns from Turkey. Now, outside of I had a couple failures with it, I really stumbled through it. I really fumbled with how to shoot this gun in an effective, fast way. My problem with the Bullpup, and again, I'm sure many of you are also trained on the AR-15, is that it completely conflicts with what it is you should be establishing with your self-defense weapon. That's the problem with the Bullpup. It almost seems like you kind of need to choose between the AR-15 or some sort of a Bullpup. Now, I recommend you pick the AR-15 for sure. There's 1,000 different more varieties and different options for it than there are Bullpups. But I think outside that, I'm definitely going to stay away from Bullpups. It's the last one I'll ever buy. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Bullpups are cool. As a matter of fact, this one blew away this garden gnome really well. And I definitely see the tactical advantage of a Bullpup. But not to say I won't go out and try them, and I definitely see the benefit in them. It's not that. The problem is, if you're looking for a self-defense rifle and you use the AR-15 for that purpose, I recommend you don't add a Bullpup to your collection. That lies the problem with the Bullpup. So, love to hear your thoughts on all that. Put it in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel through Patreon, that link's below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.